You got him. 400 yards.
Got him.
Holy crap, dude.
He went flipping.
Hey guys, welcome back to Chucking. My name's Garrett. Bringing a brand new gun to you guys today. As usual, Eric will be the first one to tell you that he absolutely hates the color scheme of this thing, but I absolutely love it. So we're gonna show it off to you here today. It's a Christensen Arms Mesa long range. It's literally the exact same thing as the Mesa, except that the long range model has this funky stock on it. It looks a little bit different than how I purchased the firearm. Christensen, for whatever reason, they only give you one of these little black plates as the cheek riser. I went on Amazon, and these are little rubber bushings, little rubber stabilizers that are basically a really hard rubber. They're made by a company called Izzy USA, so they are made in America, which is pretty awesome. And then I actually took their cheek rest from Christensen and flipped it around, and that allows me to get my bolt back out of the gun, because 300 PRC, super long bolt. It's actually, I mean, it's a monster of a bolt. This thing has 2 extractors on it to get the big cartridge out of there. But the issue is you run into your stock if you flipped it around. If you want to show this right here, I actually took and smoothed this out, hoping maybe I could get the bolt to come through, but I had to raise this up way too far. So we ended up just smoothing that out, and it actually doesn't look too terrible. It actually feels pretty nice when your cheek's on it. But speaking of the bolt, this thing is super nice. This is a match grade chamber. The bolt's really nice and loose. You can run it with one hand. No issues there at all. It does have a different trigger in it now than what it does come from with the factory. This is a Trigger Tech, which the factory one is a Trigger Tech, but they call it the field model. And the reason why they call it that is just because Trigger Tech, they only sell that field model to gun manufacturers. It's literally just a Trigger Tech primary though. It only goes down to 2.5 pounds. This one here is a Trigger Tech Special. It goes down to 1 pound. And we'll give you a little sound clip of this maybe. So pretty smooth, really nice, super easy to set. It uses a ball bearing system, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with the Trigger Techs. Really nice, haven't had any issues with it, and my group significantly improved when I did switch over to that. And no, Trigger Tech's not paying me or giving me triggers to say that. It's just, it is a nice trigger. I've had Timneys and factory triggers and all that sort of stuff, and this one's definitely my favorite so far. Really super easy to install. Just 2 bolts, or actually there are 2 pins that just slide right in, and it's no big deal. This is a 700 clone action. That's what Christensen builds all their bolt actions on. 300 PRC. It's a monster caliber, and it's a monster bullet. 225 grain Hornady match ELD bullet. The PRC, which you guys can kind of do your own research on it, and you've probably already done it. These shoot a heavy for caliber bullet, and as you can see, it's sticking quite a ways out of the case. It's sitting down here right around the shoulder level. It's an absolute monster of a bullet. But I don't think that Christensen really did their homework when they designed this one, or at least the first rendition of this gun that I got. The chambering was really terrible on it. First of all, you can only get one of these down inside the internal box magazine. You go to put the second one in and it would instantly cock it off to the side or up and down and jam it in there. And then when you actually go to load it up inside the chamber, the little feed lips here on the inside, which are kind of hard to see, you can actually, I'll point with the bullet right over here, the feed lips here would basically lock the case in an upward angle and jam it up inside the chamber. So I did some gun back to Christensen, and that was one of the issues, and I think that they've solved it here. They did something when they fixed that. The other issue that we had, which I'm going to throw up some photos right now to show you the groups that were resulting from this, was the barrel. I think it had some heat walk going on. It had point of impact shifts on cold barrel shots, and it just in general was not accurate. You'd have 1 or 2 shots that would go in the same hole, and then you'd have the next 3 or 4 out of the 5-shot group just go all sporadic. And then at 200 yards, you'd have, you know, a nice 4 or 5-shot group, then all of a sudden the 6th one would hit 5 or 6 inches away, and then you let the barrel cool back down to cold barrel status, and then it would just be completely off in another direction. It was just all over the freaking place. Anyway, I sent the gun back to Christensen, brand new barrel that they put on it, but they didn't say that they did anything else to the gun. Even though I complained about the chambering issue, I think maybe that barrel and whatever they did in there solved it. But either way, I'm gonna throw you a picture right now of a group I just shot out of this thing, and you can see the results of a brand new barrel, and I think it's really good. So, like I said, really happy to have this thing back. Overall, right now, I'm terribly happy with this thing. Before, I was not impressed, so now I am. So we're good to go. So anyway, Eric and I have been out in the field, and we've been absolutely hammering the woodchucks with this thing. And we're gonna roll that footage out to you guys right now. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we're gonna go try to get some more while you're watching that one. So stick with us. This is a gun I just got back from Christensen Arms. Just got it back together. They actually re-barreled it. I'm gonna show you guys some footage of the trials and tribulations that we had with this thing before. So we got it back on paper. It's shooting really well. 225 grain Hornady match. Let's go try to smack a woodchuck with it.
By the way, this little piece of land out, it looked pretty familiar to you guys. Let's see if we can't get number 14 out of here. Alright, I just spotted him.
Right there in that hole.
Yep. Watch the camera. I already got the camera set up. It's only 220 yards. Smacked him.
Nice. Awesome, man.
First kill with that 300.
Dude, that feels really good, because I'm gonna be the first to tell you, and you can see in the footage before, super frustrating. Like, you spend this money on a gun, you spend the money on the optic, you shoot it, shooting awesome at 100 yards, and then you just go and shoot it at a woodchuck at 200 yards, and you have no clue where you freaking went. So to come out here, this is literally the, the 10th round out of this gun after I got it back from repair, and we just freaking hammered that dude. And honestly, like, the recoil is not that bad. On the bench, it definitely wallops your shoulder, but there it felt perfect. It felt like a 308, so probably ought to go check him out. 225 grain Hornady match ELD. We have never hit a woodchuck with something so heavy. They're doing like 2,800 pounds-foot of energy out of the muzzle, doing 2850 feet per second, and it's like a little mini howitzer. So let's go check that dude out. He was 220 yards. Eric called him out. I don't think this is one that we spotted initially, but it's one that obviously, as you can see, it's doing tons of damage. Like, you run a tractor over top of this ground, you know, you even risk it flipping the damn thing over. So digging up big rocks, you can't really get a lot of hay production when your equipment's broken. So taking these dudes out, like Eric said, I think this is the 14th one out of this field in this area. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review on this thing. Let us know what you think in the comments, and hopefully we can get some more trucks on the ground for you guys. So stay tuned.
Probably like 20 yards, 30 yards.
Good spot. We're gonna try one offhand with this pig. Let's see here.
I had to do everything I could not to flinch when you shot.
Yeah, 'cause you had no ear pro. Did we get him?
I think you got him.
I think I hit him. I can't tell. I didn't have much time to change the sound. So.
Hey folks, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh yeah. Yeah, another decent sized one. He didn't feel a thing. Let's see here. Boy, this thing just got some. Holy moly, dude.
I dare guess that was maybe 40 yards, 30,
Yeah,
40
maybe.
yards.
Oh yeah, it just annihilates him, dude.
Yeah.
This might be a Patreon only video here, but just absolutely hammers them. But as you can imagine, that's what it's going to do to, you know, it's going to hold together maybe a little better on a whitetail or an elk or something like that. But might switch over to the 212 ELDX or something like that for heavy game. But my God, it just absolutely annihilates them. That was offhand. Like I said, the gun's about 12 pounds. Definitely a little harder to steady than a lighter gun, but that really wasn't terrible to shoot offhand. So. Rolled him that time.
Yeah,
boy.
you definitely got him that time.
I think that was a headshot too, dude. Hell yeah.
I didn't even see him until you hit him.
Yep. I mean, it was just his head sticking out. Man, I keep making a huge mess of these dudes. I don't know, guys. This 300 might just be too gruesome. I'm going for a headshot.
I don't think you got one.
No, I did.
Well, yeah,
no,
you went right through the chest
I
right
didn't,
there.
but right here's the entrance. That's pretty cool. So, I was aiming right here, and it still hit low. So maybe I just barely, maybe I shouldn't have clicked up or clicked down, but man, right in the point of the shoulder.
Let's see that exit. The whole backside of them.
Gone.
Just split them in half.
Yep.
Good God.
Completely gone. So, yep. Lots of damage. They don't feel a thing. I mean, that hole's deep. They're starting on a fresh one here. Huge hole there. I mean, this stuff is just...
Some blood splatter right there. You just
Yes, I saw that.
kicked over.
Yep. Can't very well run your farm equipment over top of this stuff. This would destroy a hay bind. So, another one down for the count. Guess he's gonna try it right here, maybe. Holy crap, dude.
What a tough shot. Whew. Alright, Garrett just spotted one right here. Standing up beautifully, right at 400 yards. You got him. 400 yards.
Nice, dude.
We do have a little bit of a right to left wind. I was just about to tell you to hold just a bit right, but...
I put it right on his right shoulder.
Did you? That's... Well, you got him dead center because I seen him flop.
Huh?
He's right next to that other dark spot.
Yeah. Just down and to the left of a little dark spot.
Yeah, he's like barely sticking out.
Like right on it.
Alright. Yeah, I'm on him then.
Alright.
Yeah.
Fire.
I'm good.
Got him.
Holy crap, dude.
He went flipping. Ooh-wee. That is a touchy trigger on this thing.
Sure is.
Oh. There you go, folks.
I just shot that woodchuck at 500 yards with this, I don't know, this thing that's so ugly that's a modern piece of art, but Hey, it shoots good. The brake here, basically no recoil. Like, I literally watched the woodchuck get hit through the scope on 20 power with this big ol' howitzer of a round here. So Garrett just got a 400 yard one. I just got a 500 yard one. So it's looking like the old 300 PRC is going to prove itself quite well here.